Welcome back to Tomcat TV. Today we will be watching a Patreon requested movie that is called Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. So apparently this is generally considered, I don't know about generally considered. There's a lot of people, I guess, who are saying it's not his worst movie, but I guess Sylvester Stallone, from what I understand, considers this his worst movie. But I'm sure there's people out there that like it, and we'll see if I'm one of them, I suppose. I don't know a whole lot about it. I've just heard mainly the negative about it, so I am interested in seeing what it has to bring to the table and trying to see the positives. All right, let's go ahead. Let's not waste too much time and let's get right into it. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Before we do, if you're interested in seeing me watch more movies like this, or better movies or worse movies, then feel free to subscribe. 3, 2, 1. Pop. Oh my gosh. No way. That's the intro. Golly. Okay. I don't want to have a bad attitude. I'll have a good attitude.
Tony, we've been sitting here for 2 hours already.
Bring the money?
No, I got food stamps.
I'm telling you, man, I don't trust this dude.
Oh, yeah.
Stop!
Nobody listens.
Okay.
Leg, man, I can't move my leg.
It's not your leg you can't move. You got a piece of glass in your ass.
Ow. I mean, so far I'm not hating this, honestly. At least that was somewhat realistic that it would take more than just like one shot. Most of these movies are just like one shot. Yeah.
Jesus, Joe, she's not in.
She's in, I know it. Just sitting there watching the phone ring, not answering. I can feel it.
He's not inaccurate. I always loved the look in like the 80s and 90s like cop movies with the badge on his belt type of thing. I always loved that.
There is a butt I could use for cover, eh, Jim?
Ross, you better watch what you say about Gwen.
About Gwen? I mean, if I thought you were involved, I never would have said a word.
Remember Catalina?
Of course.
That was a great weekend.
Best.
I was in love.
Me too.
Remember what I told you?
That you like me to nibble all
Not
over.
that.
That I was the first man to ever move.
Not
My
that,
goodness.
the others. I'm talking about you going out and getting drunk with your buddies while I sit up half the night.
Okay, so it was her.
I can't believe you didn't call.
Honey, it was late. I didn't want to wake you. I went out, I had a few drinks, I talked with the guys.
Lou told me that you spent the entire evening on the telephone. So tell me, who are you calling? Because it sure as hell wasn't me.
Oh, okay. I realized that right before he said it.
Right. You were calling your mom at 2:30 in the morning. That is the most pathetic excuse I've ever heard. Why don't you just tell me who she is?
Well, she isn't anybody. She's my mom.
Well, it doesn't really matter because as far as I'm
Okay, I'll be honest. So far, I'm not hating it.
That's it. It's over between us.
Oh, come on. You don't mean
Yes,
that.
I do. I mean every word of it.
I've really been clued in here in the last few years. I mean, he was amazing in Creed, obviously, but he's got range. He doesn't just have. He's not just Rocky. And then I saw Rambo, and that was an amazing range. Oh, and I think the one playing his mom is a Golden Girl, right? I've actually only seen like a couple episodes of the Golden Girls. Little Joey, that's funny.
You must be Joe.
She's telling stories to everybody on the
I
plane.
was a bedwetter too.
Oh, good grief, dude. That's such a weird thing. Everybody was.
My pee-pee got stuck in my zipper. Joey! Here's my Joey! Here's my little...
She's really cute.
What girl is gonna marry you if she's gonna get cut to pieces every time she gets close to you?
It's a lot different in clothes. We've got to be getting along now, too, but thanks a lot for showing us the photo. You know, you looked real sexy in those diapers.
Ew.
Oh, Sally, if things things don't.
Sexy in diapers? What a creep. My goodness.
Well, I must have called you 50 times.
That was you? You never call. Watch out!
Oh my goodness.
Moron!
Code 2. What is code 2? Oh, is it a jumper?
What's going on?
You gotta jump up there.
Yep.
Looks like he's gonna do it.
Called it. Just everybody looking up. That's that makes sense.
There. Are you crazy?
Every scene like this, I always think about the other guys. So dang funny.
Listen, we all know you're a scumbag and nobody cares about you. Oh, look, he's flying.
Well, he wants to talk to his mother. Apparently, they've been having some problems.
Hey, kid. How you doing? How you doing?
Okay, Judd Nelson.
Down here. I know I'm not your mother, but I am a mother.
Oh, no. Mom, stay out of this, okay?
Hey, you don't swear to your mother.
Hey, butt out. Cut it out. Officer, secure the megaphone.
I bet she's got pictures.
I've got pictures. Wait a minute.
She's got pictures.
Mom, please get rid of the pictures.
I thought I had things bad.
Not close.
Tell you, that guy needs help.
I've never been one to be embarrassed by that type of stuff. Like my mom, like first off, my parents aren't like that. Obviously, I mean this is kind of like an older stereotype that isn't nearly as common. But my parents never embarrassed me.
Joey, how do you expect to get a girl if you don't clean your house?
Mom, what are you talking about? I cleaned this house this morning. I cleaned and I cleaned.
It's not clean, Joey. Look
It
at
looks
this.
good. Oh.
What?
Who needs that much pineapple chunks? Yeah.
They're your favorite.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Probably be a little bit more careful with your piece.
So greasy and dirty.
And the way she's also narrating her.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. What's she gonna do? No. Is she seriously doing that to his gun?
Good stuff. Okay, now let's see where they keep the bullets in these things.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop what you're doing.
Okay,
Racket.
just those two.
She's cleaning his bullets. I get. Jeez.
Go ahead. Make your bed.
You don't just point.
Mom, what you doing to my gun, Mom? Clorox? That's great, Mom. If I use this gun, it's gonna blow up in my hand now. Go into the station. It's totally out of the question. Absolutely unequivocally.
And I'll scramble you some eggs.
I don't like eggs.
If you don't eat them for breakfast, they'll be here waiting for you at dinner.
He doesn't like them unless they're raw and like chugged, like 5 of them.
You forgot your lunch.
Yep, get out of there. Oh, dude, you forgot your lunch. That means now she's gonna have to bring it to you.
Get Joey something a little special.
Oh, she's gonna get him a gun? That sounds awesome.
No, my son's is bigger. I got a bottle brush this long down the barrel of it.
You put a bottle brush down the barrel of it?
Hey!
That's it.
Taurus PT99 long barrel.
Taurus, really?
How much?
Is that Taurus as we know it today?
There's a 15-day cooling off period.
2 weeks. I need it today.
Well, I'm sorry, lady. That's the law.
Does this guy sell like illegal guns, or is he just gonna try to rob her?
You really want to buy a gun today?
What's he gonna do with that? He carries his gun under his jacket.
The Mac 10. All the big drug dealers love this gun. 500.
Ha!
Huh?
That's a good price. No, not even joking.
You got allergies.
I got a fever. I'm sick.
Is that guy in like some of the Ernest movies potentially?
Don't forget that extra clip.
That's awesome. Ah, it's a magazine. Clips are something very different. Jeez. This was interesting. What I always love about movies from like the 90s and 80s is they can have such silly concepts and be kind of almost childish, but have plenty of like grown-up violence. That's right, he was Chuck in Ernest Goes to Jail. I was right.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
Juice, fruit, milk, eggs, bacon and sausage, hash browns, toast,
That's about right.
pancakes. My mother's visiting.
Wow. Well, when your mama cooks, she cooks.
That's my grandma.
Mind you,
My grandma Donna, she just literally
supposed to be the most important
didn't
meal.
matter how many of us there was always like a ton of stinking food. It's great.
Your mom, she's here. My mom? Yes. Mom, are you okay?
I'm fine, I'm fine. These things happen.
What things happened?
Your mom witnessed a murder.
You witnessed a murder?
Yeah, Joey, downtown.
Who is this detective?
Joey's mom.
Joey's mom?
That's right, Gwen.
My case, Joey. Happy to stay through the end of the month.
What? This whole thing is just ridiculous. My mother witnessed a murder and Ross thinks he's handling the case. That's what's ridiculous. Well, can we fly her back? Oh, come on. Gwen, if she stays bad as Monday, I swear to God, I'm killing myself.
What's wrong with you, Joe?
I love how people are always out there watching them. That's really funny.
2, 3 weeks, tops.
Month, year, I don't know, something like that.
Are you suggesting I would use my rank in a personal matter?
Yes!
On the way out.
Oh, don't be such a gloomy Gus. Think of all the time we'll spend together.
That is exactly what he's thinking about.
And once you're promoted, things will work out with you and Gwen. I didn't tell Ross what I really saw. I held it all back for you.
Mom, you witnessed a homicide. You just can't fool around with a homicide.
Joe, you're only a sergeant.
I like being a sergeant.
Next, you'll tell me you like where you live.
Mom, I do like where
I
I
do
live. Mom,
like
I'm
where I
happy.
live.
I
Come
don't
on.
want to get promoted.
You call this a life?
Nice. Ooh. Is this a dream?
What are you doing here?
Mommy's gotta change you.
Yeah, it's a dream. That drove that creepy stewardess lady crazy.
Joey, are you all right?
I'm fine. Mom, I don't want to be tucked in.
Joey, let me snuggle down.
I don't want to snuggle.
You were just having a bad dream.
Clay just said that. I don't want to snuggle.
Lullaby and good night, thy mother's delight. With down overspread his baby's wee bed.
Grown men becoming like babies again.
I'm not telling him anything. I suppose you don't want your present either.
A Mac 10. That's evidence, actually. Oh gosh, that's really funny.
Mom, this is an illegal weapon. Where'd you get it?
Those guys who got shot, they had all these guns in the back of their van.
You bought a machine gun off the back of a van?
I tried in the store, but they said I had
That's
to
really
pull
funny.
off.
Mom, you could go to jail for this. Why didn't you tell me?
Difficult to say. I mean, to me it was big. To you it might have been small. You remember a few years ago there was a small Cadillac?
Yes, the Cimarron. Was it like the Cimarron?
Definitely wasn't like the Cimarron.
Jeez, that's a full automatic.
I know.
Look, you can already see he's going to have very nice equipment. Oh, don't be embarrassed. I'm an old lady, but I'm still a woman. So tell me.
That type of comment.
That's Joe. He keeps everything inside. But that doesn't mean he doesn't love you.
If he would just do something to let me know how he feels.
This was taken just after his father died. My Joey took care of everything. 13 years old. He arranged the funeral, called the family.
There's some kids like that.
I know Joe loved his father.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right, what did you see?
I saw the man who sold me the gun.
Little man or a big man?
Big man, 6'3", 320 pounds. He had a tattoo of a coiled snake, and 82. You know, the year with the longer wheelbase. The license plate was JL26.
She got like a photographic memory.
Check the garage.
I checked in the garage. There's nothing down there.
Oh wow.
The house?
Should have brought the Mac 10.
Keep her quiet.
Oh jeez.
You okay?
Yeah?
Joey, don't! Joey!
I always like the concept of people who only know you as one person. Like as far as like having a story with a cop, having a parent come in, they only know you as their kid who they had to wipe the boogers of, and they get to see you in action like this. I always like those types of things.
Get in, sweetie. Get in. We're gonna nail those turkeys.
That's awesome. Jeez. Jeez. Oh my goodness. The pride, I like that. That's fun. I've actually, like, I think I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but I've actually never really watched the Golden Girls except for a couple episodes. Oh boy. Oh boy. It was going well.
When I give it to Russ, then I'm gonna forget the whole damn thing. Russ, my mother lied about what she saw. She got the license plate off the victim's van.
Believe this shit.
Watch your mouth, Russ.
Now, is there anything else you or your mother haven't told me that I should know?
My
Yes,
goodness.
detective, there is. Both my son and I think you're an ass.
Oh, Russ, calm down. She's a little old lady, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, seriously.
She's a monster is what she is, and I'll tell you something else.
Don't talk about my mom.
You threatening my mother?
I'm threatening your whole family.
Russ?
Jeez.
What? Whoa! No! What are you doing?
Oh, he's gonna get swirly? That's kind of funny. Oh, my girl's crying.
Lieutenant, I want to file a formal complaint against him.
We're just trying to flush out some of his finer qualities.
Why don't you get back to your desk?
Oh, come on, Lieutenant! This...
Now, please.
It's a man thing.
I don't know if you guys can hear or not. Oh, wow.
The gun you bought didn't get burned up in any fire. Ross's face when you said, "We think you're an asshole."
His ass was grass and I was the lawnmower.
Yeah, I mean, it's a okay movie. It's kind of funny. It's so far. It's kind of corny. It's just silly and not always the most original.
I'll tell you what, you really want to go?
Jeez, what did you do to your tie, dude?
It's that cop.
Oh, hey. The main thing I remember him from is Pink Panther, Steve Martin.
Monsieur Levesque?
Yes?
Is this vase of great value?
It is a worthless imitation. Good. But that desk was priceless.
Well, what would you say if I told you that we have evidence that the weapons weren't destroyed in the fire? From where I stand, you don't look like a victim, you look more like a beneficiary.
Boom.
Be the
I
runaround.
told you, let me handle this.
Take them downtown and work them over. I know an order when I see one. Gesundheit.
There are a lot of accusations flying around here, Detective.
The sneezing.
But I still can't
yeah.
figure what it is. Do you have a warrant?
No.
Does your mother have a warrant?
I have a good mind to take down your pants and give you a spanking you'll never forget.
That's weird.
Do I go down to the warehouse, or do I go get a warrant?
Tell him to go get a warrant. He might not even get one.
I'll be back.
Oh,
What, did I embarrass you?
embarrass me. I'll be back, please.
Where did the cops say that?
Don't say that. Terminators say that.
Terminator say that? That's funny.
Now I've got some cop's weird mother threatening to pull down my pants and spank me.
Some people like that.
It looks like you're locking me in the car.
Ah, well, obviously, I got my detective skills from you. See you later.
Well, that's gonna be used for something. It's gonna crush somebody's car.
Well, that's not gonna work.
He just cracked his freaking windshield.
Let's put that in here.
Oh my goodness. And the way she like keeps talking too. At least he has multiple guns, I guess, if she's gonna clean one and break it.
Go ahead, shoot.
Jesus.
Well, two birds, one stone.
Where'd you get that?
Your glove compartment.
Oh, the wrecking ball, right? Yep, that's why it was significant. Okay. Jeez. No, that's not gonna do that, dude. There's no way.
Stop! Or my mom will shoot!
I'm not going nowhere.
Gesundheit.
jeez. What the? Okay, my daughter. I gotta go check on her. We don't even. I'm not even sure why she was upset, honestly.
What was that?
Flowers, Joe. I've never seen so many roses.
Oh boy.
She's always got to interfere. She's driving me crazy, Gwen.
You didn't send the roses.
Of course I didn't.
Oops.
Well, listen, honey, I didn't mean it.
Oh jeez. Calm down.
Did something happen with Gwen?
Look, I'm not here to talk about Gwen. I'm here to talk to you. I know this is hard for you because you can't help yourself, but if you want to stay here, I've drawn up a list of rules. Never say you don't like the tone of my voice, young man. Number 2, all the little embarrassing things that happened to me when I was a kid, you can never tell a living soul.
Now, just a minute, Joe.
No, this is non-negotiable. Not a living soul. Here's a public safety message. No driving. Hey, never think reckless emotion. Just sometimes. Forget I'm your son. Treat me like a human being.
You listen to me, Joseph Andrew Bumowski, if it's the last thing you ever do.
I do know what my problem is, Ma. You want a hint? She's a little old lady and she's got a dog.
Your problem is you don't love enough, Joe. And when you meet someone who's special, you should reach out and grab hold of them with both hands. Waking up one morning and finding you're 60 years old, living in a little apartment all by yourself, just wishing you had someone to love as special as Gwen.
She's right.
My goodness.
I didn't dump Gwen. She dumped me.
But wasn't it kind of like your lack of, I guess, commitment or affection, I guess?
You want to catch up on some paperwork, too?
No.
Apologize. I deserve to get hit. I mean, I made a mess of everything. Wish I'd sent you those flowers.
Really?
And when you meet someone as special as you should reach out and grab them with both hands.
He's trying so hard. I mean, ultimately, it's the sentiment, like, because it is, even if it is something to where he got the idea from his mother, it's how he feels about it.
My mother said it, Gwen.
I mean, it could be just the poor writing, but it also could be that she understands that that is the sentiment that he believes as well, so. Okay, I remember where I see him. Jurassic Park, duh.
There's one here for you, too. You sign that, and,
Is he gonna kill him?
Oh, and make sure you sign it clearly.
He's gonna throw him under the bus. Or out the window. Yep. Oh, jeez.
P.P.S. There's a pineapple upside down cake in the icebox.
Pineapple He's like, first he's gonna eat that pineapple upside down cake. Pineapple upside down cake. Would you like some? Question. Are you a fan of delicious flavor? Oh, there she is.
Joe?
I don't want you to go!
Slow down.
Slow down.
Quick, stop the car. Stop the car.
My goodness, this is painful. It was really painful because it's not like heartwarming. The performance is. I don't know if it's just her performance or if it's more the writing. Maybe it's just more the writing. It's bad.
And then?
That's it. That's what she said.
You didn't propose to her?
No, Mom. We just got back together. Interfering. Rule number 2.
Dude, just take it easy.
Gate 18 and make it fast. I don't want her to miss her flight.
Joseph Abramowski, this is your mother talking.
He just chased after her, dude. Stallone's
Maybe not.
great, honestly. Oh, that's sketchy. They're gonna take her. I love this sort of like... He backs through so many doors. There's so many movies and shows from... Oh wow, this guy?
Holy moly! That's the schmo who sold me the gun.
It is?
Yeah, that's a key witness right there.
Saved my girlfriend's life.
The guns that were supposed to have been destroyed in the fire. We got him, Joey.
You just felt the responsibility to make sure that I didn't get into trouble. In a way, I want you to understand why I have to do
Just gonna handcuff her there.
this.
I did it. Ah! I'm out.
Oh my goodness. Really, honestly, the writing... I think that's my main problem. The writing is just really bad.
This won't hurt a bit.
Oh boy. My goodness. Oh my goodness.
Where's your little boy, Mrs. Bumowski?
No, I feel like this movie isn't the worst movie I've ever seen. But Binoculars are expensive, dude. You just drop those things? Oh, yeah. Nice. Cool idea. Oh, nice. Oh, jeez.
Where are you taking me?
Oh, ouch.
What are you doing here?
I came to back you up.
Get inside.
Oh, he would lose it. Like,
Let her go.
Or what? Say goodbye to your little boy, Mrs. Bamas. This is really gonna give me a great deal of pleasure.
like, make my day.
Nobody hurts my baby.
Nice. Good on you, Ma.
Gee whiz, you shot him.
Gee whiz.
No
This is so cringy. My goodness. So cringe. Oh my goodness. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be as critical, but seriously.
Oh, it's beautiful. I couldn't have done better if I'd picked it out myself. I thought you did. I think that man over there is a criminal. I recognize his face from America's Most Wanted on TV. My son here is a police officer. Go! Rule number 12, listen to your mother.
Damn.
Goodness.
Okay, cuffs, Ego.
Yeah, I feel like she says that. I mean, considering the memory she has, I would have definitely...
Joey.
Yeah, Ma.
Now I remember what he did. He shot his mother.
My goodness. Honestly, while I was watching it, it wasn't too bad, but like, as it went on, it just got more and more, more cringe. Like, again, it's not the worst. Nicholas Sadler is literally in here as suicide. My gosh, that's really funny. It just got so cringy. Gosh, Raymundo, why did you do that to me? I mean, okay. It wasn't, again, I feel like I mentioned, it wasn't the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've seen significantly worse movies. I can't think of one right now. But I have seen worse movies. Like, but, I mean, it was entertaining for what it was. It was really silly, very much like not anything really that original plot-wise. It's all very, very basic. It was kind of cool to see some of the actors that I've seen in various other things. Again, obviously Sylvester Stallone, love him. Estelle Getty, I don't know if I've really seen her in really anything else, honestly. I'm not sure I've seen anyone, his girlfriend in anything. I don't remember her, the lieutenant. Roger Rees, the British actor. I've seen him in, I think, a couple things at least. And the most notably for me, that pops out in my mind is specifically Pink Panther. Such a funny movie. I've seen the Pink Panther 1 and 2 for Steve Martin, and then I've seen Pink Panther Returns with the original Pink Panther actor. And I remember thinking that was pretty funny. But yeah, I remember he was so he was a small part, but it was really funny. He played it well. And then of course you have Martin Ferrero. He is known for Jurassic Park, just like it says there, and also I guess he's in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I don't remember who he is in that. It's been so long since I've seen that. Honestly, I probably could watch that movie again. It would basically be like a first time watching, so maybe I'll do that. Thanksgiving comes around again. And Heat is something I've heard about, and I've heard that's good. So it's interesting that a man who's been in multiple like really good movies is like in this. Okay, and then of course you have Gaylord Sartain, and I did recognize him, like I said, from Ernest Goes to Camp, and he's been in other things I've seen him into, I'm pretty sure, but that's the most thing, the thing that first pops into my head. Ernest Goes to Jail. Actually, I kind of want to watch that movie again. It's so silly and stupid, but it's just Ernest. I can't help but love Ernest. John Wesley, I feel like he seemed familiar, but Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I'm not sure who he was in that. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, no, I think the overall story wasn't bad. I think it's pretty not anything super original. But I think my main problem with it is the dialogue. The dialogue is just lame, and I guess the writing and the construction of the scenes is not very good, and not to mention the action sequences. Like, there's a couple that are notable, but nothing really that interesting, to be honest. I think partially even just kind of the direction. It wasn't very engaging. I tell you, probably one of the most engaging action sequences I've ever seen in a movie came from what's it called? Lethal Weapon 2. It's the action sequence whenever he's hanging on top of that car. That is like a non-stop thrill ride, and I really need to watch that movie again, because that's like one of my favorite action movies of all time. Literally, I like some of my favorite action movies. Like, you're gonna talk about like John Wick, Die Hard, the Mission Impossible movies, and then Lethal Weapon 2 specifically. That movie's great. Although Lethal Weapon 4, you have that whole fight scene between Jet Li, Riggs, and Murtaugh, and that whole sequence was fantastic too. But there's just really nothing special about this one. It just didn't feel very special. It's I'm not gonna say it is complete and utter crap. I'm not gonna say that. I think there is some enjoyment to be had, and if you kind of want to just shut your mind off and like see some kind of innocent-ish fun, you can watch it. But see, I mentioned while I was watching it that something I like about some of these 90s movies is that they can kind of include a lot more of the adult themes in kind of like concepts that are kind of mature. Like, I mean, in Kindergarten Cop, right? It's kind of silly at parts, right? You know, I mean, it's not nearly as silly as this, but just the whole cover of it, you'd think it was a kid's movie, right? Well, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, I mean, you don't necessarily think it's a kid's movie, but the execution of it very much feels kind of childish in a way. And I feel like it's just mainly the I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, it's something that I don't know. It's not the best movie. It feels like, okay, the concept, it feels kind of childish, but there's also like a decent amount of profanity in it, and there's a decent amount of like violence, actual blood and everything like that, stuff that's not necessarily the most appropriate thing for kids. So it's just this weird kind of like purgatory it sits in, to where it just doesn't feel like it knows what it is going to be. I don't know, like, because some of the jokes and bits or whatever just seem kind of like it'd be meant for a kids movie. I don't know, but like there's stuff that's interesting. Trying to think of anything interesting. There's no substance at all. I mean, obviously there's Love You Mom, but everything is really very surface level. There's nothing really in depth about it. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on it, honestly. It's already later than I wanted it to be, because I ended up getting started a little later on this. It's like 2:30. It would have been a little earlier, but I ended up having to go in there to tend to my daughter a little bit. It's something to where it wasn't great. I guess the director of this one directed Tomorrow Never Dies and Turner and Hooch. I have seen Turner and Hooch a long time ago, and I do not remember it literally at all. So that's something that we could watch on this channel, I think. Man, I really got nothing. Anyways, well, I'm excited for the next movie, being Beverly Hills Cop. I'm excited to watch a little bit more. Gosh dang, I'm just struggling right now. I'm excited to watch a little bit more Eddie Murphy movies, and I've heard Beverly Hills Cop is great. In fact, a friend of mine really likes it. So anyways, yeah, if you want to suggest any more bad movies for me, then obviously you can go to my Patreon and you can force me to watch a bad movie by selecting the appropriate tier, and I look forward to any amount of interactions that we can have that way. And if you look forward to watching more movies from me, more reactions from me, then go ahead and, like I said at the beginning, go ahead and subscribe if you will, and drop a like down below if you haven't done that already, and comment what you thought of this reaction. If you like this movie, I'm so sorry. that you like this movie and you like bad movies. But you know, it's I mean, it's not for everybody, not for me. Could be for you. Regardless of how bad this movie was or how good it was, or you know, whatever you guys think, like I said, let me know down in the comments down below, and subscribe and like if you haven't done it already. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.